You felt it, that gut-wrenching suspicion, the creeping doubt that something is deeply wrong. She's acting differently. Her stories don't quite connect. But every time you try to address it, she flips the script. You're suddenly the jealous one, the insecure one, the controlling one. Today, we're exposing the dark psychological tactics women use to manipulate men while actively cheating. These aren't just lies. These are calculated, subconscious maneuvers designed to keep you confused, disoriented, and emotionally disarmed so she can continue her betrayal undisturbed. This isn't about paranoia. It's about arming you with the truth about her covert manipulations and how to protect your emotional frame from a woman who is actively deceiving you. You're sensing it. That subtle shift in her behavior. She's more irritable. Her phone is glued to her hand face down. Her explanations for being late or busy are vague or they change. When you bring it up, gently, rationally, she erupts. "Why don't you trust me?" she snaps. "You're so insecure. You're trying to control me." And just like that, you're on the defensive, questioning your own sanity, while she walks away having completely shut down the conversation. This is not normal conflict. This is not healthy communication. This is a deliberate, often subconscious maneuver designed to divert your attention, discredit your instincts, and keep you emotionally off balance so her disloyalty can continue unhindered. The uncomfortable truth that most men miss is that cheating is rarely just about the act itself. It's about the web of psychological manipulation woven around it. You are conditioned to believe women are the more emotionally honest gender, that they value communication, and this belief makes you exceptionally vulnerable to these tactics. Your desire to be understanding, to be patient, to be non-confrontational becomes the perfect weapon she uses to control your perception of reality. The reality is harsh. When a woman is actively cheating, she engages in a complex dance of psychological warfare designed to gaslight you, isolate you, and make you doubt your own intuition. This isn't about villainizing all women. It's about understanding the specific, predictable patterns of behavior that indicate active deception and how to protect your emotional frame from it. If you're tired of being confused, tired of being made to feel crazy, and ready to understand the insidious tactics of manipulation that accompany infidelity, then you need to be part of this community. We expose the dark truths that mainstream society ignores. Hit that subscribe button right now. Don't let your biggest fears be confirmed by experience. Learn the truth and arm yourself here first. The first hidden tactic is aggressive blame shifting and projection. This is her primary line of defense. When confronted, even gently, about suspicious behavior, her immediate response is to turn the accusation back on you. She will accuse you of being jealous, insecure, controlling, or paranoid. She projects her own guilt and insecurity onto you, making you the problem and diverting attention away from her actions. Consider the case of Mark. His girlfriend, Chloe, had been coming home late from work events. Mark noticed she was deleting texts from her phone. When he calmly asked, "Hey, I've noticed you're really busy lately and sometimes secretive with your phone. Is everything okay?" Chloe exploded. "You always do this. You never trust me. I can't believe you're so insecure. I'm just trying to live my life." Mark immediately felt guilty, apologized, and dropped the subject. Chloe had successfully manipulated him, turning his legitimate concern into his emotional flaw, effectively shutting down any further inquiry. This tactic works because it leverages your fear of being perceived as toxic or controlling. She knows that if she attacks your character, you will retreat to defend yourself, leaving her actions unexamined. Her aggression is not about genuine anger. It's a calculated, often subconscious maneuver to protect her secret by making you feel like the villain for even daring to question her actions. The second hidden tactic is creating distance and emotional starvation. While cheating, a woman needs to create emotional space from you to rationalize her actions and invest that emotional energy elsewhere. She manipulates this by becoming distant, withdrawn, and emotionally unavailable, subtly pushing you away so her infidelity feels less like a betrayal. Think about David. His wife, Lisa, became cold and aloof. She stopped initiating intimacy, conversations became superficial, and she always seemed busy when he wanted to connect. When David tried to address the emotional distance, she'd say, "I just need space," or "I'm stressed with work." This emotional starvation left David feeling desperate for connection, constantly chasing her, trying to win back her attention. He became so preoccupied with trying to fix the distance that he failed to see she was creating that distance for a reason: to invest her emotional and eventually physical energy into another man. This tactic manipulates your need for connection. By withholding affection and emotional intimacy, she creates a vacuum that she then fills elsewhere. Your desperate attempts to bridge that emotional gap are precisely what she needs to keep you distracted and off her scent. She knows that a man starved for affection will often overlook deeper issues, clinging to any crumbs of attention she throws his way.
If these tactics are making you realize you've been manipulated and you're ready to break free from these destructive cycles, then you need to stay on this channel. We equip men with the psychological tools to see through deception. Don't hesitate. Subscribe now to empower yourself with knowledge and regain your emotional frame. The third, most insidious tactic is gaslighting and reality distortion. Gaslighting is the ultimate form of psychological manipulation. It's when she makes you doubt your own perceptions, your own memory, and your own sanity. While cheating, she will actively distort reality to maintain her narrative and make you believe you are crazy for even suspecting her. Consider Robert. His girlfriend Jessica was a master. He caught her in a clear lie about where she was one evening. When he presented the evidence, she didn't just deny it, she went on the attack. "That never happened. You're imagining things. You need to see a therapist for your paranoia." She'd recount events differently, twist his words, and make him feel like he was losing his mind. Robert started second-guessing himself, believing he was truly the paranoid one, apologizing for his unfounded suspicions. This allowed Jessica to continue her affair undisturbed, as Robert was too busy questioning his own sanity to effectively challenge her. Gaslighting works because it completely undermines your frame. It detaches you from your own perception of reality, making you dependent on her version of events. A man whose reality is constantly being distorted cannot effectively identify or confront betrayal because he can't even trust his own senses. This tactic is designed to keep you disoriented, perpetually confused, and unable to mount an effective defense against her deception. She aims to isolate you psychologically, making you doubt your most basic instincts. So, what do you do when you identify these manipulative tactics? You do not engage in her distorted reality. You do not argue. You do not defend your sanity. You do not try to prove she's lying through endless questioning. You calmly, decisively, and from a place of unshakable emotional sovereignty, make it clear that your reality is your own. You state your truth. "I know what I saw. I know what I heard, and I know you are not being honest with me." Then you must enforce your boundary. You pull back your investment. You focus on your purpose. You demonstrate through your unwavering frame that your worth is not dependent on her distorted version of reality. You reclaim your power by choosing to detach from her manipulation. This isn't about being confrontational. It's about being congruent. You must trust your gut instincts even when she tries to make you feel crazy. A woman who is willing to manipulate you to this degree while cheating is a woman who has fundamentally betrayed not just your trust, but your entire reality. Your only path forward is to protect your emotional frame and detach from her deception. If this video has armed you with the critical insights to identify these manipulative tactics and protect your emotional frame, then don't let this knowledge go to waste. Subscribe to this channel now to ensure you continue building the unshakable masculine strength that sees through deception. Hit that notification bell and commit to being a man who lives in truth, not in manipulative lies.